Hello, everybody. This is Big Tuna coming at you with another episode of Sid Meier's Civ5: Brave New World. We are starting video 3 of the campaign with Elizabeth's England, and we had a very interesting first 2 episodes. We kind of started in like this kind of enclosed area that is protected by a mountain range. We just have 1 or 2 tiles of clearance on each side. And the idea was for us to settle a city on each side to block off other civilizations and just kind of allow England to develop in isolation. Which, yeah, is a very... I think that is very great for the kind of game we're going to play, which is a tradition game. I think we're going to have a few very big cities. And then, we may turn those cities around to produce a ton of units and carry out world domination. I will say this. Unfortunately, we found out... So there are 6 civs total, so we have 5 other civs on the map. And we have found out 2 of them. And unfortunately, they're both fairly aggressive civs. So one of them is Caesar. I could tell that's Rome over here, and yeah, we've met Rome. Yeah, they are potentially pretty close. Like, they might have a city right here, which is fairly close to Nottingham, I'm not going to lie. We're definitely going to have to reinforce this city. But I think something that's a little bit more pressing is the fact that we really wanted to close off our civilization via the mountain range, and so we settled York down here. And as you can see, Poland already has 4 cities. They're playing a liberty game, so they're going to want to continue to spread out even more. So is Augustus Caesar. So we could see Poland settle cities all throughout on this side of the mountain range, which is why it's that important that we have to block it off from any other civ getting inside of here. And that's why York and Nottingham are kind of the gateways. And York is an especially important city. And the reason for that is that if York crumbles, that's leaving the rest of the, especially if Poland grabs York, that's leaving the rest of the empire vulnerable. I mean, Poland can start sending units in. So we really want a strong fortified York to protect us from units coming in from Poland and from the rest of the outside world. And for that reason, I think we definitely need to work on reinforcing York and get as many units in there as quickly as possible. So in 6 turns, we will upgrade and we will have the technology for composite bowmen. I'm definitely going to upgrade this archer to a bowman. But look, the way that I think York is fulfilling a very important role for the empire, I'm actually, I think we need to pay tribute to York. And so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do a few things. So I am going to switch away from producing a settler right now. We're not particularly happy. We need to accrue some happiness before I build a settler. And I'm not going to take forever doing this, but I am going to build just some more units to help fortify York. Because if the Poles rush us and take that city, we're in for a world of hurt. I am going to go ahead and construct an archer in London. And let's see, I think I could switch. Yeah, okay, so we can get an archer in 5 turns. That's great. Pick up a little bit of extra faith, get some gold. Yeah. We won't be growing during that time, but I do think it's worth the investment of getting another archer in York. I might even buy another unit to fortify that city. Also, when we get some happiness, I think we're going to want to prioritize letting York grow. We just want York to scale up faster because I think the stronger York is, the less of a chance that they're going to be able to break through or that they're going to be able to take it. So I think we need to make some initial investments. It's almost like investing in infrastructure a bit. Is like the stronger York is, the stronger the Civ is going to be because we won't be vulnerable to attacks. And on the flip side, if they do take over York and invade our lands, like any other stuff we're investing in is totally vulnerable at that point. So I do think it's the right move to build walls in York. So we are putting off some what I would call necessary buildings, but I think we're doing it for a good cause to protect us from the outside world. And yeah, this is the kind of game that a Pangea game is. Sometimes it leaves you open to, you have to make the tough calls. I am going to question, so it is 14 turns to get an archer in Nottingham, and I'm not sure how valuable that is. I I do think I'm just going to continue granary construction in Nottingham for now, but when it is a bit bigger, I want it to send some fortification units down. I am also going to move... I think I want an additional... I think once this warrior is fully healed, I'm going to want to bring the warrior down, and I might even bring... Guys, I might even bring that extra worker down to York just to get, you know, some of the production, some of the luxury resources there upgraded, and just to let that city really get off the ground. Anyway, so yeah, I think that is a priority of ours for now. Of course, we're going to want to settle this city next down here, and but we will get that figured out when the time comes. I remember we have... Okay. I don't want this archer to get killed. Let's see. Maybe I can win over Mogadishu's favor by killing... Can I pick off this spearman? Oh, so close. I really thought that was going to kill him. That might have been a dangerous move, actually. Okay, I am going to move... This archer is eventually going to go to the capital. But yeah, I think I'm going to have this worker work the sugar to help improve our happiness. Obviously, as you can see, we don't have any happiness to speak of right now. Okay, this warrior is fully healed. And as crazy as this seems, so how many turns until copper? I know this seems crazy, guys. I'm actually going to pull... So I'm going to give this worker one more turn on the copper. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to pull this worker off of the copper. I know this seems totally ludicrous, but I want him to go down and start fortifying York right away. I cannot... I mean, I know how the AI works, especially civs like Poland. I think they already probably have their eyes on New York, and we have to do whatever we can to make it a strong civ. I'm sorry, a strong city. Okay, I am going to move this archer away and let him heal. Sorry, Mogadishu, that we're kind of in your borders. Okay, meanwhile, this second worker, and thank God we finally got the second worker, that he's going to finish the copper up. I'm also going to move this archer into London just to protect our capital. Oh no! How did Nottingham grow? Oh no, I should have put Nottingham on avoid growth. Well, I'm going to put them on production and avoid growth now. Sorry, I thought they were on avoid growth. I did not think that through. So we are officially unhappy. Uh-oh. Well, that's okay. We have several luxury resources to get online. And we're all kind of like, we're in production. We're not really focusing on growth mode anyway right now. That was a mistake of mine. My bad. Okay, but gotta roll with the punches. I'm gonna continue to move these units down to York, where I think we can continue to fortify them, fortify the town. I'm gonna get this archer to safety. The good news, the silver lining is, even though we're unhappy, that extra pop did net us a little bit of extra science. So I think we are going to upgrade to a composite bowman in New York in 2 turns. Yep, just going to keep on moving south. Going to fortify that archer. And yeah, just keep on. I think there's only 3 turns left to get a mine, so we'll officially be happy again at that point. Okay, so we have an extra worker. An extra archer. And I'm going to be honest, guys. I am going to go ahead and... he's going to be part of the party. He's going to move down and help fortify York, too. I know I'm seeming a little crazy, but I want to put on a strong show for the Poles and just have some military units down there. I don't want to leave us completely defenseless. So, now I know... I know we're going to... There's a few things we really want. We want military units, and we want settlers. And workers, of course. We want all 3 of those things. We're going to get a granary in Nottingham in 5 turns, and at which time I might have Nottingham build a military unit, maybe an archer. For now, this archer is going to really have to hold down the fort. I don't want to delay working on a settler for too long. How many turns for a worker? All right. I'm going to get a worker, and then I'm going to focus on, and then I'm definitely going to get a settler out after that. But I do want a worker out of London. Workers really make the empire go around. We're also definitely going to want to get a path connecting York to London when we can, or at least York to whatever city we found right here. Which I'm realizing that's going to cut through Riga. We may need to take Riga. Okay, so this is a great policy to get monarchy. We're unhappy. It's going to help with our happiness. +1 gold and -1 unhappiness for every 2 citizens in the capital. I'm going to go ahead and get that. Okay, we're officially happy. That's great. And I'm actually going to put those growth points towards... Yeah, I want York to grow. I want York to grow. So we're pushing back the walls a little bit, but we're allowing York to grow. That's kind of part of the deal. We're making, as you can see, we're kind of pulling the infrastructure back in our empire to help improve things for York. How much is it to improve the arch? Okay, 80 to get a composite bowman. I'm just going to continue to walk this guy down to York. I am going to upgrade this archer to a comp bow. Great, beautiful. We have a comp bow in York now. It should help provide a little bit more defense even than we were experiencing. So I'm going to want us to get libraries sometime soon as well. I'm actually, because, let's see, we do have deer near York. The question is sailing, riding, or trapping. And let's see, are we improving any horses right now? Because if we are, then we can... I don't think we're improving any horses. I think these are the only horses we have in the Empire, which isn't excellent. In fact, Riga might snag those up. Whew. Yeah. That sucks. That's something I'm realizing. That's not great. I'm going to go with trapping because it's only 6 turns and we can improve the deer. And then, yeah, we are going to want to get libraries online soon, but as you can tell, we have a lot in the works right now. We're not really served by getting writing yet. So I'm going to let the composite bowman chill out. The worker is almost in the city. Almost in York. And yeah, we're just going to get this backup archer down there. Probably upgrade him to a comp bow too. We'll see. And I'll probably get the worker to improve the copper next. I would love to upgrade this guy to a compo, but he has to be in friendly territory to do that. Great, so we have some happiness online. That's excellent. I'm gonna continue to grow in the capital. I think I am gonna focus on growth in the capital for now. Really happy I wasn't wonder chasing because we would not have had the bandwidth. I'm gonna go after the sugar next. Yep. Typical story. So what we might do, if Riga's causing too many problems for us, I might just have us, like, once we get Longbowmen, like, this will be a really easy attack for Longbowmen. Just go in, take Riga, and then raise it, burn it to the ground. Like, we would want the silver. That would be cool. But it may not be a very useful city. Like, it's kind of blocked in by the ice. I don't know if ships could get through here. But if there are causing problems, if they're taking our horses, if they're, like, blocking York off, we might also hold it and just, like, keep it at 1 pop. Just to take advantage of the silver, and we'll see. We'll see. We'll figure it out. Okay, but yeah, we're happy. That's good. London is growing. I think Nottingham, I will let them just get that granary in 2 turns, and then we'll kind of see where we're at. I may want to send an internal trade route to York, but they might be too far away from London, which is a problem. But yeah, good to get the sugar online. So yeah, let's move this worker in. I am going to have the worker improve the copper. So great. We have another military unit to back up York. We have walls coming in 13 turns. Part of me is questioning. I think I kind of told them I wasn't going to buy tiles. We'll see. It would be nice to get one of these tiles, but that would really piss off Poland. I shouldn't have told them that we were not going to do that anymore. That was a mistake. That was a mistake for sure. Yeah, we shall see. Okay. Can this worker improve the copper? Great to have the backup unit there. Okay, we've got a granary in Nottingham. That's excellent. And what else do we want? So we are gonna want to research writing next. I'm realizing, because we want to get a national college, like not super duper late in the game. For now, we can't really build one though. And I am actually thinking for like long term. So I'm questioning whether we should get a compo in Nottingham or whether we should get a Coliseum for a little bit of extra happiness. I am going to go for that Coliseum because I can produce compos for more cheaply in the capital probably. Or more quickly rather. So I am going to grow in Nottingham as well. Okay, we're gonna get to see some of Rome's lands up here. All right, let's just get this copper. Okay, we're gonna plant a warrior right here. Okay, so what are we seeing up here? Yeah, we're gonna get a good view of Rome's lands. Maybe meet another Civ. We'll see. So, okay, let's get this archer inside of York's territory. All right, we have a naval barb intimidating us. I am going to spend the gold on upgrading this unit to a composite bowman in the capital. We do want to protect London. We don't want London to be left too vulnerable. So I'm going to go ahead and get that upgrade. I think that'll just keep our city a little safer, help deal with barbs a little bit more. And yeah, just going to continue growing in the capital. But yeah, I'm not saying York is safe, but York's feeling a tiny bit more fortified, a tiny bit safer than it was before. So that's good. Yeah, this worker can go ahead and get to work on the copper. Once we get that extra copy, we're going to be able to trade it away to hopefully Poland, who has, I think, some extra wine. Oh no. He thinks we're expanding. He doesn't like that. Oh yeah, he is swimming in wine. So we're gonna be able to trade unless he really hates us, we're gonna be able to trade our extra copper to him for wine, which should be 4 extra happiness, which is good. I'm going to move this guy over here. Yeah, let's definitely get writing because we're gonna want to be researching it in our cities. Rome. Okay, Rome is like close to us. A little bit uncomfortably close. Let's see if they're coastal. I'm actually very, very curious about that. Yeah, just gonna keep fortified in London. Great to get these scouts out here. Oh man, this guy might get stuck over, I don't know. Let's explore over this way. See kind of where Rome's lands are. I'm also so curious, like, where does this Pangea... Oh man, Poland is taking off. Like, look how many cities they already have. They're kind of expanding everywhere. I mean, they're probably going to settle on this gold. All right, York is going to grow the next turn. Boom. Okay, pop to York. That's great. I think we should continue to focus on growth in York. And we're going to want to get those walls up, and then we'll have some other decisions to make. It sucks that we can't, we have to worry about defense and, like, pull our resources away. Rather than just, like, focusing on early infrastructure. Because I can feel that. I can feel the sacrifices we're making. Yeah, I think I'm going to grow to pop 3 in Nottingham and then just move it to production focus for a while. Top 3 is kind of where we want to be with a lot of these cities. I might do the same with York, to be honest. And we are going to want to get our... I'm going to see how many turns it is after we get our next worker. I'm going to see how many turns it is for a comp bowman in London, and then either get another settler, or we'll figure that out. Okay. Exploring Rome's lands. I don't know where these other 3 civs are. I don't know if there's another continent, like it may. I don't know if this is Pangea. We'll see. Okay, so I am going to focus on production now. So 12 turns for Colosseum. Great. That extra happiness will be very, very welcome in the Empire. Okay, we finally have writing. That's good. I think after Nottingham picks up this Colosseum, we should go straight into a library for Nottingham. I think that'd be great. I can already tell we're going to be late on our national college, which sucks. But again, you know, I'm hoping our empire being kind of walled off from the rest of the world is going to make us a lot safer. So, yeah, we're kind of making some early investments right now. But yeah, I'm just going to get these extra luxury resources improved to get us that extra happiness we need. And yeah, let's take a look over here. Oh, no. Guys, we got... I am not in any way, shape, or form excited about that. Oh, boy. I am not excited about that. That is Korea, ladies and gentlemen. We have like... Well, we have 2 A-tier civs, Poland and Korea. And we have Rome, who's not necessarily A-tier, but they can be very aggressive, and I've seen them do really well in games. So, oh boy, nobody wants to see Korea on the map. They have so many science bonuses as a civ. Oof, I'm willing to bet they're the one with 211 points. Man, we're going to have to play a strong game to overcome Korea, or we're going to have to go conquer them. We'll see. Man, this is really shaping up to be quite the challenge. And frankly, I like it. I think this is going to be more fun to watch. Okay, so we have the worker in London. How much for a combo? 13. 12 for a settler, but that's if we're focusing on growing, which I think we should just be focused on production. 12 for a settler still? Really? We could probably fudge that a bit. Yeah, I'm going to get one more comp bowman just to keep the things safe. Like, we don't want to have settlers moving around. Like, one comp bowman keeping things locked down here is it's a little bit too tough. We're going to go comp bowman into settler. Yeah. Okay. So what should we do next? I know we want to leverage our internal trade routes, and that would be fine and dandy, but unfortunately that is going to be a bit tough for us right now. I'm going to get sailing up. I still don't think I want Poland. Like, I want our no, I'm not going to let them accept embassies yet. They're both fairly aggressive civs. I don't think I want them to, like, know my internal situation yet. Okay, so the good news is Seoul is coastal. Welcome to the Joseon court, friend. All right, not doing spectacularly right now. I don't know. These guys are beasts in the late game, and that might be a good reason to just sail over and take their city. Now, they're going to have things like turtle ships and huachas, so they're going to have a great defense. But if we slam them with ship of the line, like just a ton of them, we might be able to take them out of the game. Okay, they're last, and that makes me feel good. Maybe they just aren't expanding. That makes me feel happy. Like, you don't want to see Korea getting way ahead. Sometimes they'll snowball. Meanwhile, talking about snowballing, I mean, Poland is snowballing a little bit here, and that's a bit scary to me. And they're also settling largely, like, inland. Like, we can kind of take them out in Krakow and Lutz. I don't know if Warsaw is coastal. We're going to have to see. I don't know. I may go for open borders when we have that technology. But anyway, yeah, I am going to lock down sailing. Let us continue with that. Okay. We have some extra copper online. Let's see if we can trade the poles and get So they're worried that we're expanding too much. That's rich. They're expanding a lot. But yeah, let's see if we can get some wine for the copper. Oh, this is bad news, guys. This is really bad news. This means they don't like us. Usually they're willing to do trades like that. Will it tell us? They covet lands that you currently own. That's, guys, we need to prep for war. This is very, very bad news. The good news is I do think we can turn around and trade with Rome. The bad news is, like, we're going to be in for some rough and tumble with Poland. Maybe things will blow over a little bit. Like, maybe they will eventually want to trade with us. Maybe we should just establish an embassy with them. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is bad. So we can't get anything for our luxury resources right now. That sucks. We have to go out and meet other civs. Like, the Koreans are struggling. Yeah, they can't trade anything either. And the Poles don't want to trade with us. Maybe we do just accept an embassy with the Poles. Just to get just to get some kind of diplomacy flying. We'll see. Maybe that'll improve things. Okay. Oh, and we wanted to see Warsaw anyway. Okay, so Warsaw is coastal. That's good news. Here's what I'm thinking, guys. The problem is London is walled off from Krakow and Warsaw. Like, if we were to spam a bunch of naval units later in the game, they would have to come from York. Pretty much exclusively. So we may be able to send land units down, but really it's going to be a naval assault. So York, I think early on, for both defensive and then perhaps for offensive purposes later in the game, we're going to slowly want to start building up naval units and, like, build up a navy in the Bay of York. And then use it to, like, sail through, take Krakow, take Warsaw, take Lutz, and then sail around and take Seoul. It's all kind of on the same side of the continent. I don't know if we'll be able to get around and, like, attack Rome and stuff like that. But for Rome, we can build, naval units out of London and Nottingham. Yeah, just thinking, like, long-term strategy here. But first thing, we have to defend our empire before we can go on the offensive. I am hoping our diplomacy with the Poles improves and we can trade and get some happiness. In the meantime, that really straps us for happiness, and that's terrible news. Sometimes this is actually a situation in which, like, this is a situation in which things are actually kind of harder on level 6 than level 8, or even though that seems counterintuitive. On level 8, like, these two civs would definitely have their luxury resources up that we'd be able to trade for. But because they're stupider and they settle in dumb places and they don't get moving as quick as a human would, they don't have their luxury resources online to trade to us. So this really cripples us. And we're going to have to look to the city-states. Like, is there a way we can get silver? They want us to enter a golden age, which we are... No, we're not close. I thought that said 210. I got excited. Yeah, they need us to destroy barbarian encampment. Like, we're a little bit strapped for happiness, guys. And this isn't good. The fact that I really thought the Poles would trade with us and that the other two civs would have things to trade. The good news is we're still working on some sugar. Yeah, so that is forthcoming. And we're going to go out. We're going to try to meet other civs. We have our explorer out there. So we shall see. Okay. I'm going to have this worker improve the sheep. Just go around and, like, improve a bunch of stuff, basically. Okay, we got our hands on some sugar. That's great. Yeah, whatever. We'll accept an embassy with the Koreans. I'm basically just going to work... Do we have the sheep? I don't know. I'm just going to get these cattle. I'm going to work a lot of stuff nearby. I'm hoping we can at least, just to give us a little bit of oxygen, like, meet another civ. We still have 2 more on the map we're going to meet. Like, these are actually some of the disadvantages of not having many civs on the map either. Like, if there were 8, we'd have more civs we can meet. Like, if there are 6 civs on the map and 2 are pissed at you, or like one is pissed and two are incompetent, your options are suddenly like more limited than you would like. Just gonna keep exploring. Hopefully there's other civs out here, and hopefully they're bad civs that aren't gonna beat us in the game, or you know, not. Oh, somebody's attacking the poles. Are those barbs? That'd be hilarious if they lost one of their cities. Huh. What should we... I'm trying to think what would be helpful to pick up next. Like, the truth is, a lot of these we aren't going to use right away. Okay, so here is actually something I want to angle for. And that is, like, we have a lot of groundwork to lay in the meantime, but I do want to actually pursue Notre Dame to get us the happiness, and I think we need to do that, like, it's becoming apparent we need to do that, like, it's becoming more apparent than ever that we need to pursue that. Now, I don't know if we should just gun for it, and I don't think that's a good option necessarily. Huh. Allows bridges, allows establishing an additional trade route. I do want us to, like, somewhat chase this wonder. I'm trying to think what we'd be missing out. We'd be missing out on quite a lot, and we'd be delaying our national college. No, that wouldn't be good. I'm going to get philosophy so we can go after our national college, and then I'm going to beeline for physics. I know we're foregoing a lot of things by doing that, but if we get that extra happiness, that will allow us to settle maybe 2 extra cities, which is something we really want. So I think we should beeline for that after we get philosophy. Very, very weird map. I don't want us to delay our national college by a ton. It's usually great to get a granary. Huh. Like, I'm almost curious whether we should just go for the national college before expanding our to, like, 4th and 5th. And I'm almost feeling like we are. Yeah, I'm going to lock down a library. I know I should go for... I'm doing a lot of things backwards in this game, and I get that it feels dumb. I know I want to build up York. I'm foregoing a lot of early growth, and that's not great. But I have my reasons for doing that. One area I do want to get growth is the capital. So I am going to construct a pasture. I'm going to explore up here. I'm just going to see who the heck is around. Like, these are Korean lands, it seems like. But Korea has not expanded. Okay, we have a second composite bowman. And I'm curious if for money I should put it back in Nottingham, or for gold I should go and, like, destroy whatever camp is, like, around Riga. Yeah, maybe I'll set this guy to go explore. And, like, destroy whatever camp is around. That'll make Riga happy. It'll also, like, get the barbarians off of our backs. Okay, so we have a composite bowman. Yeah, this sounds so dumb, but I am going to delay that settler until a little bit later. And I'm actually going to go for a granary. You definitely want a granary in the capital. And I am going to switch to food focus again. Yeah, you want a granary in the capital. I think what I'm essentially going to go for go for granary, then go for a library. I'm going to see how long it's going to take a library up in Nottingham, and then probably go for a national college. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, probably go for a library and then go for the national college. And then we can focus on, like, getting another settler out. But yeah, we're going to want to get, like, Circus Maximus out at some point. So we have a lot to do. Oh, all right. I got a little bit carried away with that game, guys. Yeah, just a lot going on, a lot of decisions to make. Yeah, this is a weird one, this game. There's absolutely no doubt about that. But, I think we're doing our best with what we have been given. We have another social policy coming around soon, which will give us a boost in growth, which is great. But yeah, we have like aggressive polls to our west. We need to make sure they don't invade us, and a big way to do that is to make sure they don't take York. But we also want to make sure we're not ignoring too much of our infrastructure. So yeah, got to get that granary up in London. Definitely going to get a granary up in York after the library, but we also we don't want our science to get too far behind, so we're going to want to get a national college in London soon as well. But yeah, we're in a precarious situation. We actually cannot get any happiness from any of the civs we've met so far. Poland doesn't like us and isn't willing to do a trade. That's bad news. And Rome doesn't seem like they have any luxury resources online yet, which is not good news. They don't have any extra copies, as it were. Seoul just needs to get that one extra Wales. What are they doing? So these civs are just not good. And it's making the game harder for us. Anyway, I think we're at an interesting juncture in the game. Of course, I think these are problems we're going to be able to overcome. We just need to get a little bit creative. I'm Big Tune Up, and I will catch you guys in episode 4. Take it easy in the meantime. Bye-bye.